Now the topic is Array ADT, that is array as abstract data type. Abstract data type means representation of data and the set of operations on the data. Now array is a basic data structure provided by almost every programming language, like C++ provides an array as a basic data structure. So representation of data is defined by the compiler itself. Now the operations on the data is not given by the compiler. We are supposed to implement the operations or provide the operations on array data structure. So data structure array and the set of operations together, we can call it as ADT. So basically we will be learning how we can perform various operations on an array. So here is the list of operations that are possible on an array, and many more operations are possible. So some of the operations here we will discuss in this video, and more operations I'll show you in the coming lectures. Now I will quickly read out just the set of operations here: displaying an array, adding or appending an element in an array, or inserting an element at a given index in an array, deleting an element from a given index, searching for an element in an array, then getting an element from a given index, knowing what is the element present at a given index, and set, that is replacing an element at a particular index, then finding maximum or minimum, reversing an array, and also shifting and rotation of an array. So we'll discuss all these operations and see how these operations are performed on an array, and also we'll analyze them. Now first of all, let us look at the representation of data of an array. So the first thing is we need an array space of some size. So let us take an array of some size, that is array of size 10. Here is an array of size 10. Now the question is, how will you create this array? There are two methods of creating this array, that is statically inside the stack, or we can create it in a heap. So one method is, I can declare a normal array, let us say array of size 10. Now this will be creating an array of size 10. Whenever I run my program, the size of the array will be 10 only. No, I want to create an array of desired size. So for that, you can take a pointer and later you can create an array of required size. I am writing a C++ syntax here, so it's easy. Instead of writing malloc function, I am writing just new. So new of size, whatever the size you want to mention. So we can have the size of an array. Let us say size of an array is 10. So a 10 size array will be created. So we have two options for creating an array. If you are following this one, then you must mention the size. If you're following this one, then at runtime you can take the size and create an array from heap. So this option is better for creating an array of required size. So let us assume that we have taken a pointer and created an array. So here A is a pointer pointing to this array. So two things I have completed, array and size. So if you know the size, then you can create an array of required size at runtime from heap. So this is an array creation. So I have written the piece of code for creating an array. Now the next is length of an array. See, I have an array of size 10. It's not necessary that I am using all 10 spaces. I may be having few elements in that one, or I may be using all spaces. So possibility is there that I may or may not be using all spaces. So I want to know presently how many elements are there in an array. So for that, we should also have one more property of an array, that is length. Right now nothing is there in an array, so let us say the length is 0. So I have completed data representation. So I have an array and two more properties, that is length and the size of an array. Now let us perform these operations on this array.